From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
And welcome. The Disha Salian case has led to a mountain of circumstantial evidence, strong evidence, all indicating that Sushant was murdered, that it was homicide. Rohan Rai shared all the details with Nitesh Rane, including the fact that Disha, when she was returning from the party in Juhu, where a politician, two actors, one builder and an actress's younger brother was present, when she was returning from that party, she dialed 100 and she sought help. 100 calls are recorded. That call recording has to be therefore there with the police. And this call recording, if it has been erased, then action must be taken against the people who are trying to conceal or destroy evidence. And this murder angle, this double homicide of Sushant and Disha has to be opened up. We also have an important testimony today of Siddharth Pitani, who has told the CBI that Sushant feared for his life after Disha was killed, and that he desperately tried as a last-minute move between the 8th and the 13th of June to improve his security. So viewers, what does everything lead to? Everything, viewers, leads to a murder, homicide, hashtag Sushant homicide, and a very deep, deep jigsaw puzzle of a conspiracy that in my view is going to be opened up in the next 10 days. We have that as our first debate today, and we are following that up at 10 o'clock this evening after the Sushant homicide truth debate, with a debate on drugs. If you look at what's happening in Bengaluru and what's happening in Mumbai, there is a whole set of people who are trying to rationalize the use of narcotics. And no, it's not limited to Bollywood. All this and more is coming up, and here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on The Debate Tonight. Two testimonies and some hard evidence with Republic is proving that Sushant Singh Rajput was absolutely murdered. Also exclusive on Republic, the Siddharth Pitani confession. He has confessed to the CBI that Sushant feared for his life after Disha was killed. Another deep source revealing to Republic that the CBI that the truth behind Sushant's multiple frantic calls from June 11th to 2:22 p.m. on the 13th of June. After a 25-day investigation, the CBI prepares its strategy to investigate the homicide angle in Sushant's death. From Bollywood to Bengaluru, investigation into the high-profile drugs racket has spooked the cabal in the industry. And Kangana Ranaut gives it back to Jaya Bachchan for her thali analogy, exposes the rot in the industry. And ladies and gentlemen, the Republic Media Network has yanked open the Sushant Singh Rajput death case like never before. Tonight, I come to you with two testimonies that prove two things. One, that Sushant was murdered, and two, the truth behind Sushant's death is inextricably linked to Disha's murder. Here is the investigative report with today's facts and then our debate.
On July 31st, when he was confronted on The Debate, the inconsistencies in Siddharth Pitani's statement were evident.
8 तारीख और 14 तारीख के बीच में कौन-कौन घर में आए थे?
14 के बीच में सिर्फ उनकी सिस्टर आई थी सर।
नहीं, वो तो 12 तारीख को आई थी ना?
हाँ।
रिया चक्रवर्ती ने घर क्यों छोड़ा 8 तारीख को?
I can't recall the date exactly what date she left.
What did she tell you?
मुझे नहीं पता सर।
We knew he was hiding something. 47 days later, the truth is unraveling. Republic is in possession of Siddharth Pitani's statement to the Central Bureau of Investigation, and he has revealed what transpired on June 9th after Sushant came to know about Disha Salian's death.
Siddharth Pitani's statement before the CBI that Sushant Singh Rajput had gone unconscious after learning the death of Disha Salian on 8th of June. Siddharth Pitani also went on to say that Sushant was fearing for his life and had also alleged that Riya had taken all his laptops, hard drives and other documents.
Siddharth Pithani's version is crucial to the investigation because he also knows what happened on the night of June 13th.
क्या हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था?
नो कमेंट्स।
क्या लोग आए थे? क्या आपने बताया है कि जो है हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट किया गया?
मैंने जो भी क्वेश्चंस उन्होंने पूछा ना, मैंने उनको सही सही जवाब दे दिया है।
आप मेरे सवाल का जवाब तो दे दीजिए। क्या 13 तारीख को लोग आए थे?
वो भी हमारे घर पे आए थे ना, मैंने उनके बता दिया।
Another source has confirmed to the investigators that Sushant feared for his life post Disha's death, and there were frantic calls between June 11th and 13th, a day before he was found dead, perfectly corroborating what Republic exposed.
कुछ तो 8 तारीख के पार्टी पे कोई ना कोई इम्पोर्टेंट उधर प्रेजेंट था, जो 13 तारीख के भी पार्टी में प्रेजेंट था, उसका एविडेंस छुपाने के लिए, उसका नाम छुपाने के लिए ये सारी भागदौड़ हो रही है।
The evidence is mounting. Whether it is Pithani's confession on a possible Riya role, where he admitted that Sushant feared Riya would fix him, the pattern of calls between Sushant and Disha's colleague Uday Singh Gauri on June 13th, testimony of a primary source.
The phone call and his statements. So I have no reason not to believe that it wasn't a suicide. No. It was definitely, all of this is a well-planned murder.
It all points to two things: the link between Disha and Sushant deaths, and a possible murder angle, which the CBI is about to probe.
Central Bureau of Investigation has hinted that they are certainly not ruling out the homicide angle. This is based on the circumstantial evidence and also the statements that have been recorded so far. The Central Bureau of Investigation is also looking into the statements that have been given by Cooper Hospital as well as the forensic experts who now happen to be under the scanner.
The investigation is at the most crucial stage, and the homicide truth cannot be hidden anymore. Let's debate.
So let's look at all the circumstantial evidence that's coming in right now, and let's keep it focused out here on the evidence that we have. And I request everyone on the debate to restrict their comments to the evidence that we are bringing before you. It's pointless to just go and, make the usual comments. So today I don't want a general comment, media trial, this, that. Don't give me the general comments. If you can, then you comment on the facts that we place before you, and we debate that on merits in the course of the debate. Sushant homicide right now, 20,000 tweets and more. Let's start. Shweta Shalini, Smita Parekh, Subrashta, Ishkaran Bhandari, Barnali Basag, Ujjwal Nikam, D.K. Rai, Samir Singh, Surendra Chauhan, and Ketan Vaidya. Circumstantial evidence. Number one, Siddharth Pithani confession. I start with this very critical. Ishkaran Bhandari opening the debate right now with D.K. Rai. Siddharth Pithani has told the CBI in a statement that Sushant, following Disha's death, not only wanted to enhance his security but also said, quote, "Riya has ruined me. She has taken my laptop. She has taken my hard drive. She has taken my camera. She is aware of all the passwords. She, along with a few people, will fix me up in some case." These are the words of Siddharth Pithani. The question of Riya's role beyond the 8th of June. Till now, Riya's role was only being investigated up to the 8th of June. This, in my view, opens up Riya's role beyond the 8th of June. Why did he feel that he was about to be killed? He said, "They want to kill me." And why did he want his security enhanced? Why did he say that she has taken all his digital data along with the passwords? Who instructed Riya to leave and can take away all the key digital data? Were they the same people who Sushant felt a threat from? Were those who asked Riya to take the data and leave connected to the party which Disha attended on the 8th? Now, this is hardcore evidence. Can I please get responses? Let's have a proper discussion tonight. Yes. Who wants to start? Ishkaran or DK? Who wants to start? Ishkaran or DK?
Arnav, let me start with...
Okay, Ishkaran wants to start.
I will start, Arnav. 4 specific points in this case.
Okay.
First,
I will rebut.
Okay. Respond to the facts, yeah.
Let us be very clear. Siddharth Pithani is an extremely material witness. So we are talking about Siddharth Pithani, a person in the flat, a person who allegedly brought the key maker, a person who got the body down. So it is somebody as important as that.
Yeah.
That is very important to know. Second point in this is And let us be clear, from the very beginning, it appears that Disha's unnatural death had something connected with Sushant Singh Rajput. If not, just see the timelines of Riya leaving the house. Those were also very similar. Third point here, Arnab, which we need to focus on, is this, that on your show, yesterday's debate, Nitish Rane made a very clear point that Rohan Rai has disappeared after Disha's death, and that needs to be probed. And he also said that there are some phone calls and CDR records. And why are CDR records important? Because the law holds that a man may lie, but documents do not lie. So that is fourth point here. On your debate, maybe a month ago, you had shown that some 8 people came and some hard drives were wiped out. And now we are having a corroboration, in a manner of speaking.
But Siddharth corroborated it. No, on record also, remember, if you see that clip where Siddharth corroborated it to our anchor Syed Sohail when he ran behind him and he did a tic-tac with him, he completely corroborated it on record as well. There's the pictures of that.
Arnab, that's what I'm saying. That's a corroboration. So it's not only one person saying, it's a corroboration happening here. And the corroboration is again about electronics of Sushant Singh Rajput and why those electronics were tampered with or destroyed or taken away. And I will add here that I had written to Mumbai Police Commissioner on 10th July, and your digital team had covered it also, saying that you confiscate all electronics of Riya and everybody around Sushant Singh Rajput, because that will be vital.
Not
and
only that, you also said that the tower, cell tower details of few politicians, builders, if they are matched, then their locations can be matched to where Disha was. Strong evidence which holds in courts of law. DK Rai, circumstantial evidence, mounting circumstantial evidence, right? Layer upon layer of circumstantial evidence, which points towards homicide in criminal trials, is of great and enormous significance, as Ujjwal Nigam will also tell you. Now I add to that, before I open the debate, and you respond and then Ujjwal Nigam will come in, Deep Source, who has recorded the statement with the CBI, claiming Sushant was making desperate calls through encrypted calls on 11th, 12th and 13th June, that he could be killed, and in this matter he was feeling very isolated. Right? Third, Rohan Rai telling Nitesh Rane that she called 100. Disha, after coming back from the party, called 100, she came, right? And after that she was killed. He was witness to that, and his sudden disappearance, Ujjwal Nigam. Rohan Rai's complete and sudden disappearance, Nitesh Rane's confidence, coupled with Nitesh Rane's confidence and saying to Amit Shah today in a letter signed and stamped by him that I want to depose before the CBI. Either now Rohan Rai tells us how Disha was murdered, or I will. So it's going to come, it's going to open up. DK Rai, you should know this is very solid. Behavior of a critical witness is an extremely important facet in a criminal investigation. Yes, please, DK.
It is a case of
homicide.
Yes, it is a case of circumstantial evidence, and as per the your contention, he is the last seen witness.
Yeah.
Even Iskaran said that he is the person who has just removed the body and all those things. One thing which does not appeal to my mind as a lawyer, the data has been stolen 4 days back. That is on 8th.
No,
and
not on 8th.
Not on 8th. Made by encrypted
not on 8th.
Maybe WhatsApp call.
Not on 8th. The data is deleted. The data is deleted between 8th and 13th. 1 minute.
Maybe.
The data, not maybe, I'm very accurate. The data is deleted from Sushant's house between 8th and 13th. Please understand what I'm saying. Which means after Riya goes.
Fine. I take it
and after Riya goes, Sushant says that Riya has sent people and got my data deleted.
Fine.
Corroborated by Siddharth Pitani.
That is...
So Riya's role after 8th comes under the scanner.
This Siddharth Pitani was...
Riya's role after 8th comes under the scanner.
Just listen, what I say, yes, Riya role come under scanner, Siddharth role also come into scanner.
Correct.
Why did... Suppose Sushant was under some drugs and all those, under duress and everything. He didn't inform any of the authorities regarding the deletion
but he
of
said,
the data.
No, I add one more fact here. I add one more fact here. One more fact here. No, 1 second. One more, Ujjwal, before I bring Ujjwal Nigam, I bring one more fact here. Remember that Sushant had said that I will wait, and this is on record in another critical testimony which is with me, which is an interview of an individual, a professional friend of Sushant, gone on record. I manipulated his voice, manipulated as in I edited his voice. Ujjwal Nigam knows the techniques. We have electronic techniques where we change the voice to not reveal the individual.
Yes.
But I have the original recording with me.
Yeah.
And in the original recording, what does the person say?
Modulation.
The person says in the original recording that Sushant had said that I will wait for Disha's final rites. And after her cremation, after her final rites, I will go to the media. Her post-mortem happens on 11th. Her final rites happen on 12th, which means 13th was the day, Smita, when 13th was the day when Sushant would have gone to the media, gone public. And 13th night is when he is killed. Smita, very critical lines of investigation here. Please, Smita.
So,
Arnab, during my first, interview with Republic, this is whatever has come today. You can actually now check it that everything which I had spoken on that day, I forgot the date. Now, I think somewhere first or second week of July when we were talking on Republic. And this was the exact reaction of Sushant after listening to Disha's brutal murder.
Brutal murder, yeah, you said it.
Yes,
I remember you said it.
Yes, absolutely brutal murder, and he fainted. Yes, that is also right. So imagine the impact of that murder on him, because Disha had called him while she was running away from this particular party. She had also called number 100,
yes,
to complain about, this particular incidents, which she shared with SSR that night. But help did not come to him. Rather, these goons only, got her somehow, and, they did what they did to her and killed her. And before all this, she had called Sushant and she had revealed to him, and that's why he came to know that this is all, is going to happen to me, naturally. And how sweet of him, that he waited for his last rites naturally. Being such a cultured boy, he did not disturb. But then also he was determined that he will expose everybody who is behind this. See, fear is natural, Arnab, because he knew he was alone. Nobody will stand by him.
See,
his
this
family
is exactly...
had,
fear or alarm can remain there in the mind of any individual for 4 to 5 days. Any type of conspiracy, it cannot remain, a threat cannot remain in the mind of other person for 5 days.
Who says that? Is there a measure of it? No. Is there, Ujjwal Nigam, you want to respond? No, 1 minute. Fear of alarm. No. Ujjwal Nigam is countering. 1 minute. Smita, pull back. DK Rai is getting a response from Ujjwal Nigam.
Arnab.
Yes.
Let me fairly concede at this juncture that since this case totally based on the circumstantial evidence, the investigating agency has to collect the chain of the circumstances.
Yes.
I'm more emphasized and impressed also.
And it has to be
by
so
one
complete.
statement. By one statement of Mr. BJP MLA, Mr. Nitesh Rane, who claims that who got information from one Mr. Rohan Roy, the boyfriend of Disha Salian, leading to the cause of her death.
Correct.
Now, if at all that statement is true and correct one, then perhaps the Rohan Roy is an eyewitness to the death of Disha Salian.
Yes, without doubt.
So Rohan Roy can explain to the investigating agency as to how Disha died, who were the responsible for the death of the Disha Salian. If that fact is established, then Mr. Nitesh Rane's statement is only a corroborative. Otherwise, Nitesh Rane's statement has no legal value. It's an hearsay. This
so
is the
you
legal
have
question.
to call Rohan Rai. No, therefore you have to cross-examine Rohan Rai. And there is one more fact which I want to present before you, because today I've come with a lot of fresh facts. I present one more fact before you. Circumstantial evidence which is very critical. We are told that...
Correct.
Now, we are told what are the last phone call that Sushant made.
Yeah.
If you hear this clearly, Shweta Shalini is on the debate, and so is Samir and Surendra Chauhan, Ketan. But let me complete this. You see, his last phone call is to a person called Uday Singh Gauri. Now there are many phones that he has. He keeps changing his phone. So, but the last phone that last calls that I have on this particular number, which has been tracked with the agencies, don't tell me how I know. I have deep contacts within all agencies. My reporters have very deep contacts, so we've got to know. So don't jump at me, how do you know what is your authenticity? I am very clear about what my investigation. Right. There are 5 phone calls made to Uday Singh Gauri. 5 phone calls. Interestingly, Shweta...
On what date?
On one day, and very interesting, Ujjwal Nigam, please understand, there are 5 phone calls made to a talent manager called Uday Singh Gauri on 13 June. The 5 phone calls are between 2:15 p.m. and 2:22:53. The last phone call ends at 53 seconds past 2:22 p.m. Okay. Now, what is the surprising thing is, apparently, Gauri has told my reporter, I'm not answerable to Republic. Okay, you are not. When deeper investigation happened, they said that, we were discussing a film script, a film project. Some name of somebody from the film world called Taurani came up. Now, my question is, if you are discussing a film project, if I am an actor and I am discussing a film project, and Ujjwal Nigam is a talent manager or a director, then I will call Ujjwal Nigam, I will talk to him for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If it's a great opportunity, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Meeta, you're from the industry. But if this, how can a conversation regarding a film project begin 5 times and end 5 times in 15 minutes? Interestingly, the 4th phone call at 2:22 p.m. is a 3-second phone call. So one of the 2 parties has hung up. Was there a fight? Was there a disagreement? Suppose I am calling you, Ujjwal Nigam, you and I have a fight. I threaten you. I'm not saying this was a threat made. You put the phone down, I call you back. You put the phone down, I call you back. You call me back, I put the phone down. Next time you call me, I put the phone down. And next time you call me, I have a longer conversation. I'm not saying this happened between Uday Singh Gauri and Sushant Singh Rajput, but I cannot believe that 2 people who are having an artistic or content-related conversations are hanging up the phone on each other. 5 times in 15 minutes.
So Arnab.
So and this is happening on 13th. It is the last recorded call of Sushant Singh Rajput. And Uday Singh Gauri, one last point. Our experts who are looking at all the call data, and don't tell me how I have all these phone call data. I have. Uday Singh Gauri spoke to Riya Chakrabarti. Riya Chakrabarti left the house on 8th or 9th. One of the phone calls Riya Chakrabarti makes is to Uday Singh Gauri on the 9th. And the 5 phone calls, our last calls with Sushant, are between Sushant and Uday Singh Gauri on 13th. Too many coincidences, you see.
It's not a coincidence. It's a complete chain of the circumstances. Arnab, the only logical, irresistible inference that we can draw, that after the death of the Disha Salian, Sushant was desperately trying to contact these people. He was a fear of death.
Yes.
And he was apprehending some danger.
Yes.
That is the most important thing. And what he has said, what Siddhartha Patani has said, that और डर गए थे और कहते मुझे भी धोखा है. So that means some fear was dwelling in his mind.
Now, who would put fear? No, but Ujjwal Nigam, my question is, Shweta is on the debate and now Ketan and others can come in, but who would put fear? It has to be someone with influence.
CBI has to investigate.
Influence or threat or use of force.
He had admitted and he had, told 3 different people. 3 different people he had already admitted and said
Barnali and Ketan.
There was danger to his life. He had admitted that. So these are the key witnesses. If he's mentioning about the danger to his life, he must have definitely mentioned the cause of danger. He's mentioned to 3 different people. Sushant has mentioned to 3 different people that there was some danger to his life. So I'm sure he has mentioned the cause of his danger and the people behind him who was creating all kind of trouble for him or who was threatening him. So these are the key witnesses who should come forward, because this is entirely a case of circumstantial evidence. And the two deaths from the very beginning, what
And
we
now-
can see, that, you know, that it is definitely linked.
And now look at
It is
the
definitely
confidence
linked.
with
So
which...
all the investigating...
No, one second.
All
one
that,
second.
but
Okay,
the
Ketan
weakest
and
link
Shweta,
here
one more
is
point,
Rohan
one
Rai.
more point here. Look at all the material. Ketan, I'm handing over to you and then Shweta can respond to you. One more point. Rohan told Nitesh, Nitesh goes on record. Rohan tells Nitesh, Nitesh goes on record. He says, I'm scared to return to Mumbai, which means Rohan, and this conversation between Rohan Rai and Nitesh happens, according to Nitesh, between 15 to 20 days after Disha is killed. And Rohan has already left Mumbai. Nitesh gets to know what happened. Nitesh calls Rohan. Rohan tells him, I'm scared to return to Mumbai. And there is pressure on me. I can't take the pressure. So this pressure has to be from influential people. Who are these influential people who have threatened him in Mumbai? That means the threat is from Mumbai. He feels safe in Karnataka, in another jurisdiction. Connect these facts. Testimony of Rashmi Desai also very important.
So, well, as per the...
No. Rashmi Desai, a TV actor. Some people said Rashmi Desai went to the party with Disha. Rashmi Desai denies it. Rashmi Desai denies going to the party with Disha. But interestingly, Rashmi Desai's comments are themselves self-contradictory to a great extent. Everyone listen why. She says, I spoke to Disha, but she says, I did not go to any party with him. But I spoke to her on 7th, which is one day, this actress Rashmi Desai, one day before Disha died, she spoke to her. We said, what did you speak about? My reporter asked Shweta. She says, oh, we were planning a holiday trip to Shimla in October because my close friend's birthday party was there. So I was talking to Disha about going, that she's talking to Disha on 7th June about going for a party trip to, when there is COVID and there's no certainty, but she claims they're going on a party trip to Shimla in October. But she says at the same time that I have not been in touch with her of late. When we asked, when have you last been in touch with her? Oh, some 7 months back. So interesting, I'm not saying it's not possible that somebody you are not in touch with almost at all, you randomly call the person a day before the person is killed and or goes to the party. You deny going to the party, but you say, you deny going to the party, but you say that you called her randomly a day before the party, not to discuss going to the party or whatever, but to discuss going to a holiday trip in Shimla. But you've never been in touch with this person of late. So none of this is adding up. It's like Sandeep Singh saying, I came there to help my friend Sandeep. It's like Sandeep Singh saying, I came there to help Sushant after he died, but Sandeep Singh wasn't even in touch with Sushant. So these people who are never in touch suddenly emerge.
See, the pieces of the puzzle are adding up.
No, yes, it is adding up, but I'm saying this is homicide. Yes, Shweta Shalini.
Okay, so a couple of things, Ketanji and Arnab. Disha fell down from, high up, and yet no bone was broken. Second, the police does not question the only man who's in a living relationship with him and allows him to go out of the city and does not ask him to return back. Second, after that, Ria leaves the house. Multiple SIM cards are changed. Multiple phones are changed. Yet she carries all laptops and all digital evidences with him. Yet the Instagram account and various other accounts keep changing. IP addresses change 17 times. See, I come from a tech world and I can tell you that none of the digital evidences can be destroyed. They can all be retrieved. But the Mumbai police never tried to do it. In fact, now there have been claims that there was a minister who was there at the party. A minister is always followed by a security which is from the police, and that is a log which is maintained by the police. Why is the police not trying to figure and put these puzzles together that Republic TV is trying to do? And this is precisely the question. 60 days you spent on the Sushant case, Disha's case, you closed the file vanished, and we were sure that the parents were threatened enough to write a letter that please do not investigate my case, because their face showed that they didn't want to talk about it.
Report or the autopsy report or the post-mortem report. There is no post-mortem report.
But I just don't believe you that no bone was broken. Even if she's thrown from the 14th floor. She fell down, she's thrown, or she committed suicide. So it can't be believed that no bones are broken.
No, 1 minute.
Do you have the post-mortem report with you?
I want to share one thing with you.
Do you have the post-mortem report with you?
But if you just look at the psychographic profile of this incident out here, and viewers, thank you very much for your feedback on the evidence that Republic is gathering. Thank you very much. As you are aware right now, there are a lot of people who want to stop investigative journalism like this in this country, who want to put clutches on us. There are people who are not comfortable with it. They use their lobbies to try and put pressure on us. Viewers, support us, because we will battle this in the court of public opinion. We will not allow investigative reporting of any kind, and the manner in which we report, we are answerable to no one but to our viewers tonight. And everyone knows the context in which I'm saying this. I don't have to make it abundantly clear, but I will fight if anyone tries to stop us. Now, the question here is, another piece of circumstantial evidence which emerges is that Pithani admits to naming those who entered the house on the 8th of June, Subrashta. He says, I have given their names, all those who were present, and whatever the CBI have asked me, I have told them. The possibility of Riya having informed those who were at the party with Disha exists, because Nitesh Rane says that according to what Rohan told him, Sushant, after getting to know what happened to Disha, called up Riya. And Riya called up a person who was there at the party and alerted them.
Nitesh Rane's statement is of
and
no
alerted
relevance.
them. It is a matter of investigation, and therefore the possibility of a larger conspiracy here.
This is a matter of investigation, Arnab. This is a matter of investigation, and let the investigating authorities and agencies do their job, and they definitely link and ask everyone.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. Yes, Samir and Subrashta. Samir and Subrashta. Samir and Subrashta. One at a time.
If tomorrow Rohan Rai denies...
It denials, you know what, we have so much information with us. Let me ask you, Samir, let me ask you this. The security guard who was present, and we are doing a good job of the investigation, thank you very much. We know what we are doing. We are getting primary information. Much of this information is national service right now. The guard who was present on the night, who has spoken to us, says she fell outwards. Allow me to complete. She fell outwards, which means a large physical force is applied on her. She falls, according to some sources, she falls almost at a 10, 15, 18 degrees angle from the building, which means she was physically and forcefully thrown out of the window. You know, so this is a testimony of a guard. Look at the mountain of evidence regarding Disha's homicide which is coming up, Samir. And on top of it, another piece of evidence let me share before you debate it with Subrashta. Her fiancé, she falls out, right? According to the suicide theory, she falls out, she kills herself. However, according to reality, she's thrown forcefully out. Her boyfriend does not come down at all. Half an hour almost passes, between 25 minutes and 30 minutes. Rohan Rai does not come down. Your live-in partner, your girlfriend, your fiancé, whatever you use, has been forcefully flung out, has died. You don't come down. Why? According to Nitesh, some people entered the house and threw her out. And this is what Rohan Rai has said. Was Rohan Rai being held back from going down? These are very serious matters, and the matter is becoming more and more now. You know, it's not just circumstantial evidence. Forensics in both Sushant and Disha's death are both in question. The police claim to have done a panchnama of the body on the spot of Disha's death, but the guard at Disha's building say the friends took her body in the car before the police arrived. There is a clear lack of recording of the bruises and injuries in Sushant's post-mortem, which are evident in the pictures. The ligature mark is O-shaped, not V-shaped. Now, if somebody tells me the pictures of the O-shaped ligature mark on Sushant are morphed, then I can equally say that if you claim tomorrow that it is V-shaped, I can say that the V-shaped is morphed. Show me the picture of the V-shaped ligature mark then. See, this is it's a very hard-coded investigation, Samir. Yes, please. Samir and then Subrashta.
Let me start, Arnab, by clarifying that the discrepancies that The discrepancies that you've pointed out, there's no doubt that there is suspicion, but there is nothing on record. Even the testimony that you're referring to is not a testimony in the eyes of law. These are merely statements made by the witnesses to the police or the investigating authority. In this case,
Rohan Rai be called.
As such are not even admissible.
Let Rohan Rai be called.
The information.
Rohan Rai should be called. No, but Rohan Rai is to be called. Rohan Rai is to be put face to face with Nitesh Rane.
This has to be proved in accordance with law.
No, of course it has to be proved, but I'm giving you the clues and the leads.
Circumstantial evidences, Arnab.
No, but
it is very difficult. It is very difficult to bring home a charge of murder only on the basis of circumstantial evidence.
302 investigation, absolutely necessary in this case. Sushant was planning e-commerce portal deals. The sanctity of the evidence collected by the Mumbai police is suspect. The Mumbai police, remember, in the room where Sushant's body is found, when they're covering up the evidence, is saying, kahin ye video footage leak ho gaya, to hamara investigation barbad ho jayega. The neighbors present when Disha Salian died claimed the scene of death was not sealed. Even now it's not sealed. Masons have been brought in, a grill has been put on the window.
Not for a moment.
There is no respect for evidence.
Of the investigating authority.
Circumstantial evidence, eyewitness claims needle marks on Sushant's body indicates possible poisoning. There were needle marks on Sunanda's body too. The body is hanging diagonally. So it is very important, I agree with you, that Rohan Rai must be summoned and examined immediately.
Sanctity to criminal investigation.
No, don't tell me about that. I'm saying call Rohan Rai.
I'm not against him.
No, I'm saying call Rohan Rai.
But let the investigation
call Rohan Rai.
carry on.
Rohan Rai conspicuously left the state. Why?
He must be called. Otherwise,
so why is he not being called?
Samir, you made your point. Samir. You are repeating yourself. Can I please?
Yeah.
May I please request the panelists who are trying to say that the matter is under probe to just reflect on what exactly are these guys trying to say. They are trying to say that the CBI should do the investigation.
What they are not telling the viewers and themselves and the world at large is that investigation is completely botched up till now.
Yeah.
People, and I totally agree with Shweta Shalini when she says that the Mumbai police
sorry, madam, it is for this reason CBI was brought in to avoid this kind of a conflict.
Samir,
the CBI was brought in to avoid this kind of allegations.
I don't understand.
Let them at least
there is no conflict here. We are reporting the facts. There is no conflict here.
I heard you.
Till date,
there is no conflict here. There is no conflict here. We are reporting the case. It is for the CBI to complain about us. No, one second. We continue to report. That's our right to report.
Now that these guys are trying to drown my voice, let me tell you that it is because of the investigative journalism that Republic has been relentlessly doing in this case for so long. I am pretty sure that the CBI and the other investigative agencies are also taking cue from the amazing work that you guys are doing. Some of the facts of the case are not even out there in the public domain. For instance, the whole case of how Disha died, the whole case of how investigation was botched up in Disha Salian's murder, the whole case of how Sushant's death is now, it appears that it is intricately linked with Disha's death. These are things which have come out only after the so-called media trial, only after Republic Media Network and the other media networks, whosoever are catching up with this case, are doing the kind of coverage that they are doing. My only urge to the viewers out there is keep a tab of this case, because this is not only a case about an actor's murder. This has larger meaning, not just for this democracy, but also for a place like Bombay.
Absolutely, it's very critical for public safety. It is very critical from the point of view of public safety right now. This has become a public safety issue. And I think that, people are uncomfortable with the simple fact that why is Republic continuing to ask questions? Well, the same people who were very happy when we were asking questions to the Mumbai police are saying, "Wonder the CBI has taken over. Why do you back off? Why should I?
To ask questions.
Why should I now? I'm continuing to ask questions. I am saying
it's an unfettered right.
No, it's an unfettered right, absolutely. And Shweta is on the debate. Shweta is back on the debate with Ketan. And you see, what the point is, like, I don't tell lawyers how to do law or shooters how to shoot, right? Or basketball players on how to land the basketball in the net. I don't think we need unsolicited advice on how to do journalism either. It's a broad point that I'm making. How does every other profession believe they have a right to intrude into mine? I don't have a right to intrude into yours, but I will not take interference in mine. Shweta is on the debate. Shweta, I think the CBI needs to summon and examine Rohan Rai immediately. Immediately, without any further delay.
Absolutely, he's absconding. He is absconding.
Faster.
And if he has called up somebody and told that I don't feel safe in Mumbai, then we all need to be really worried. Also, I need to bring out the point. If you can find out the call details and find out about this gentleman called Uday Singh Gauri, then of course CBI will take a cue from you. But then the fact is, for this long, Mumbai police did not do anything, and now also we need to figure out. He's a talent manager. He can be connected to many people around corner store, and that is where Disha was.
Now let us
so I am sure,
focus on CBI.
You know, frantic calls will usually be done to people.
Why are frantic calls happening?
Usually be done.
DK.
See, if we are only talking about Ketanji, if we are only talking about circumstantial evidences, we are talking about only circumstantial evidences. And we are saying that please do not hogwash the entire investigation.
At that specific time, he was under the pressure. It may be anything.
Why? What anything? Then we need to know what that anything is. Nobody can get away by saying you were discussing a film script that way. They'll say they'll discuss the shape of the cloud above the head.
About the theft and
Surendra ji, please leave hypocrisy. Please leave hypocrisy aside. Your children, your daughter, we all need to be very safe in Mumbai. It's easy to say, but ultimately our police cannot be selective in giving protection to a Jalsa and not to Sushant Singh. Please understand this. Our people and we, Bollywood, can't be selective in talking about only a few narratives and not talking about the other things.
Ma'am, parties, none of the parties have said this thing in their any press conference that they are not.
Madam, it is unfortunate that in a debate you have to make personal remarks.
They have never cast any person on the investigation.
No, where
they
is
have
the personal
agreed
remarks?
with the investigation.
Sameer ji, where is the personal remarks? We can't be selective in our responses for drugs.
It is
Madam, to say that we should be worried about our generations, we are all worried about our generations.
Everyone has suddenly gotten up when it has come to the elite, the rich and the famous. Please understand this.
Trial also. That is also
you see, you need to all get comfortable with one thing. Listen, you need to understand out here. I think Ujjwal Nigam. I think the point is let's get Ujjwal, let's get Smita also back on the debate. You see, you must examine the role of the Mumbai police once again, because if it is true that Disha Salian has called 100, then we need to understand. We need to retrieve those calls. And you can't brush it under the rug. Ujjwal Nigam, am I right? And you need, if Siddharth Pitani is naming Riya and saying she left with a laptop, hard drive and camera, then her role following 8th is suspect. She should be... Yes.
I would like to emphasize two facts. Firstly, Rohan Rai would be the star witness. He can throw floodlight on the death of the Disha Salian. And also, CBI should examine him immediately. Till then, the statement of Nitesh Rane has no legal value at all. It's an only
But if he makes the statement before the CBI,
correct.
If he makes it in a written testimony, signs it before the CBI, then it has.
Correct. If Rohan Roy makes a statement before CBI, then Nitesh Rane's statement has some value. Otherwise, it is an hearsay. And the second important aspect is that after the death of the Disha, the conduct of Sushant is most material and eloquent. Sushant was fear of his death. Sushant has said and uttered some words that Smita has said, कि अब मुझे भी मार दिया जाए. This is something very eloquent and self-explanatory. And I think this conduct also not only necessary connection with the death of the Disha, but also has a bearing on the point of the motive. Ultimately, when the case rests on the circumstantial evidence, the investigating agency has to prove by constituting the chain. And if there is any missing link in the chain of circumstances.
So, you see, if you want to find the chain, Ujjwal Nigam, you will have to find a lead. You will have to find a lead who's willing to come on record. And then you follow the lead and track the evidence. So you then interrogate the two actors, one politician, one builder, one actress's brother who was at that party. You interrogate Rashmi Saxena, ask her what was that phone call about the Shimla trip about, where was it, find out their cell tower details, find out their CDRs, track their conversations. You interrogate Sandeep Singh because the man who's close to Sushant said that he mentioned Sandeep Singh 50 times. You take him into custody and interrogate him. See,
that there was some frantic calls to one Mr. Uday Singh.
Yes.
That you have made some reference.
Yes.
What is the reference?
Yes. No, Surendra
Sushant
Chauhan
has made certain calls on 11 and 13. So the statement of Uday Singh is also very important.
So you investigate this as a possible double homicide and proceed accordingly. So the way you carry out the investigation becomes critical. So you have to follow the 302. There is data deleted. You have to identify those who were present on the 8th of June, who were present on the 13th of June. There was another party. You cross-examine those present at the party on the true facts.
For the investigating agencies.
No, you have just one line. Leave it to the investigating. What the hell are you talking about, man? I've done a 3-month most serious investigation out here. Thank you. I said you should say thank you and I'll say you're welcome. I'm doing a public investigation, not a parallel investigation. Every fact of mine has been proven correct as far as this case is concerned. It is what parallel investigation? Again, you are going into that ridiculous argument. Did I do a parallel investigation in the Tarun Tejpal case? 1 minute. No, 1 minute. 1 minute. This man has started again and I'm going to shut him up right now. You are saying it's not my job to identify key leads. You are saying it's not my job to follow circumstantial evidence. You are saying it's not my job to do investigations.
Your case is yours.
No. What is my job?
Your job is to provide.
To do hagiography?
You cannot guide.
You want me to return to the Doordarshan days? Good morning, good evening. The minister cut the ribbon, good night. You want me to do that? Those days are gone, sir. Don't take the country back to the fossilized era. We investigated Sunanda Pushkar, Peter Mukherjee, Muzaffarnagar shelter home, mass rapes. Did you tell me then? Don't investigate Unnao. Don't investigate the Rewari rape case. Don't investigate the Commonwealth Games scam. Don't investigate Adarsh. Don't investigate Lalit Gate. You stay to your subject. I know mine. Don't teach me journalism. None of you will teach me journalism. None of you will teach. You have no moral right. I'm short of time. I'll take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up on the other side, the drugs debate. Why there is a whole section in this country who feels having drugs, peddling drugs is a matter of right and something they ought to be pardoned for. On the other side, the drugs debate.